Hi, I'm starting my fasting, and what you really need is keto sticks. You can get it in the pharmacy. You can also order it online. And before you start your fasting, I generally start my fasting in the evening, have my dinner by about 6 p.m., preferably before 7, and then I start my fasting. What I do is I just pee on a keto stick, yeah, and uh, um, then compare the color. And obviously, because I've eaten nicely today, so there are no ketones produced. My body still has glucose to use as source of energy. So when I really match the color, there are no ketones. Up to when am I going to be fasting? I'm going to be fasting until my urine starts to show the presence of ketones. It doesn't matter whether it is a very small amount of ketone or higher amounts of ketone, as long as my urine starts to show or the kidney starts to throw out ketones, that means that in my body, instead of using glucose, the body is now using fat to break down the fat for supplying energy. I tell you why this is very important. Um, I have noticed my parents, my mom is 74 and my dad is 76. As long as I've known, they've always fasted for 24 hours every 15 days. I never understood what's the medical benefit or the scientific explanation behind fasting, although I've seen them doing it all their life. And when I was young, I was also fasting. But then I gave up fasting because I just didn't think there was any value in it. Only recently, in the last 2 years, I have been reading a lot about ketogenic diet, and particularly the effect of intermittent fasting. And I must say, it really is very helpful. People of my ethnicity, where both parents are Indian, I have never been big, but I have always had difficulty with losing weight around my waist. I'm not saying this is for aesthetics, but actually, if we do accumulate more fat around our abdomen, which is the visceral fat, the fat that actually is around the hollow organs, that can be dangerous because that's the one which leads to metabolic syndrome and various chronic illnesses, and it can predispose us to diabetes. And no matter whatever I've done, very good nutrition, good exercise, I always end up not being able to mobilize my visceral fat. One of the things that I've found which really is very effective is to go on fasting until you produce ketones and then to follow a particular diet. I'm going to be talking to you on what diet I'm going to follow after fasting. I'm also going to connect back with you when I start to produce ketones. Of course, this is according to the National Health System is a dangerous diet because any amount of ketones in the blood can be dangerous. I would say this has to be done really under supervision if you are diabetic, because diabetic ketoacidosis is dangerous, but I really don't necessarily feel that it's dangerous for everybody. For somebody who is fairly fit and healthy like myself, I have done it several times and it's very useful. And coming to Christmas, where there'll be parties and indulgence, maybe it is not a bad idea to start about our health before Christmas so we can have a fantastic Christmas, and then we don't need to postpone all our health goals to the new year. We can actually take action from now. So that's my starting of my fasting. I can drink as much water as like. It's better not to drink coffee because it's a stimulant. You can have herbal teas, not the fruity herbal teas, but other herbal teas. You can have that. lots of fluid. That's very important, not to actually get dehydrated. So wish me good luck. I'm starting my fasting. I'll connect back to you in about 12 hours and see whether my urine starts to produce ketones or not. Okay, thanks for watching.